Hi guys, welcome back. Craig Peterson here on WGAN and online at craigpeterson.com. You'll also find me on Facebook and YouTube and many other platforms actually. Of course, tune in to listen to me here on WGAN, and you'll find all my podcasts there as well. But if you want to watch the video, you're going to have to go to YouTube or my homepage. So that's just go to craigpeterson.com. Scroll down, you'll see the articles for this week, and for each article, I have a, you guessed it, video. You get to see me live, get to see me holding up these pale blue batteries and everything going on here on this part of the studio. We have this one camera that I don't usually use in the training, and it's kind of a wide shot here of me sitting on my what do you call these, balance balls, or what are these things called? Anyways, which keeps me moving. Most of the time I'm standing, and I'm on one of these tables. The whole thing raises and lowers. I just love this table. My daughter got it for me. She worked at a company that called SIS, I think it was, that makes these things. Very, very nice. Anyhow, that be as it may, you can check out my studio online, just craigpeterson.com. Now, I've mentioned a couple of times today about the master classes we're holding now. I got a master course coming up here soon, but these master classes are free, and we go into a fair amount of depth about a single topic. So this last week's master class was all about VPNs, and next week's master class is all about mobile device security. Well, we have an article up on my website from Dark Reading talking about NordVPN. So we went into a deep dive. You cannot get the replay. I do not put the master classes up for replay. The master classes are for you to participate in, right? And I take the master classes and I clean them up. I turn them into courses and I charge for them, all right? So if you want basically my courses that are paid, some of these courses are as much as $5,000, okay? But you can essentially get the courses for free by attending my free master classes. Does it get any simpler than that? Because the master classes are where I'm experimenting with some of my best content, some of my best teaching methods, and I'm doing it live because I want the immediate feedback so we can try it out. I can answer your questions, and you'll get your questions answered, and you will save a lot of money because they're free, again, okay? So these are where I do my experiment, and I am doing the training with you, and it's usually training that goes on into my paid products, okay? So you just can't go wrong by attending the master classes. Now, as I said, I can't go into all of the detail into the master classes because this is not hours worth of training that I can do here on the radio. But suffice it now to get into VPNs and to say, bottom line, I don't trust any of the VPNs that are available out there. I'm talking about the ones that you pay for. So you go and you pay whatever it is, and you've heard ads on all kinds of radio stations, on TV, on streaming. If you do a search for VPNs online, you're going to find all kinds of reviews. Almost all of them are paid. They're compensated reviews. Now, I don't have a problem with that, right? I personally never done a paid interview. I've never done a paid review. Everything you hear from me is my actual opinion, not swayed by money, because I'm not taking money from any of these guys. And if I do have an interest, like I put together these big Cisco networks for businesses and these small Cisco networks for businesses, I'll tell you, I am a Cisco installing reseller. In fact, in various quarters here, we have been the top Cisco installing reseller in the entire Northeast United States. So, well, you know, my company is a pretty big company doing these types of things. So I will tell you. But when it comes to these VPN reviews, most of them are not telling you anything about them being compensated. So when I went online to put together this masterclass and started doing research on VPNs, it became pretty apparent pretty quickly that there were 180 degrees, completely opposite opinions about the same VPNs from different people. And then when I checked the links they were using, those, I think 100% of the links I checked, they were all affiliate links, which means they were making money if you signed up for the VPN service. Again, I have nothing against that, but if I use an affiliate link, I tell you, this is my affiliate link. Now, normally these guys are probably making 50 cents for the affiliate link, right? There isn't a whole lot to be made for some of these affiliate links. But again, they're not being honest. And so I went into some Reddit forums, because there's a couple of Reddit forums that are dedicated to VPNs and the VPN companies and the people that are promoting them. And I read what they were saying in Reddit. And indeed, yes, indeed, no surprise, these Reddits were entirely 100% complaining about the exact same thing I had found. That they are absolutely not honest reviews. So I said, okay, let me try one other thing. If I'm going to have a VPN company that sells VPN services, what would it take? So I thought to myself, okay, so what are these guys doing? Well, they are renting space in data centers, which means they are probably just renting server time. They have to have bandwidth, obviously, to get your data in and get your data back out. So let's go to the number one and number two providers of these types of services. And that's Amazon for AWS, and that's Microsoft for Azure. So I went on and I did some pricing. And I figured out, okay, what's the average bandwidth someone might be using through these services? What does it cost for the smallest machine possible? Now, we're not going to get efficiencies here by putting a lot of people on one machine. I wanted something that was, really fast, really responsive, a really good VPN service. And frankly, I don't see how it could be offered for less than $50 a month. And these guys are charging as little as $4 a month, $3.99 a month. So I went into a lot of detail in my masterclass this week about this and how, in fact, what they're doing is selling your data. And in many cases, they're selling your online web browsing data. They're selling it to government entities. They're selling it to data brokers who are selling it to government entities. And it's being bought also by the bad guys, by the hackers that are out there. So how's that for understanding how they make their money? Because I can't see how you could do a good job of a good VPN that auto-destroys itself and recreates itself every session so that there's no chance of logs being tampered with. You're getting a different IP address every time, even though it might be in Amazon's IP block or it might be in Azure's IP block, how to do that. And then on top of it, it's how do you get the data out of the view of the 14 eyes? So that's what we discussed in some detail. NordVPN, they were breached. And it wasn't just NordVPN that was just admitted that they were breached. Two leading VPN providers this week, VikingVPN, TorGuard, others here, were also breached. And then we had distributed denial of service attacks. What a week, eh? So I'm afraid to tell you, you have to have your own VPN that you create at home or at the office. We'll be right back talking about robo-tanks, listening to Craig Peterson on WGAN. And of course, you're watching me also here. on YouTube and Facebook and on my website. Stick around. We'll be right back.